All right, everybody, thank you for jumping on with us for our Tri-State Trends podcast. I got my man Greg Wolfe, who's absolutely exploding, hasn't been with us long, and took no time to get out of the blocks and get his business running. FFL, Imagine Financial, these guys are exploding. So I wanted to get Greg on and talk to him about the things that he's doing that's quite relevant today, and that's making things happen. So what's up, my guy?
Thanks, man. I appreciate being on, and it's a pleasure.
Well, it's a pleasure to have you, man. We spent some time, a month or so ago, just kicking it, learning each other, and it's exciting. Now, I told you before this podcast started, I knew this was going to happen. I knew this was going to happen 45. I knew this was going to happen when Mindy called me and said, hey, I got these two guys. I want you to meet them. I knew this was going to happen. I'm like, so I'm looking at this and I'm saying, this makes all the sense in the world. How many families did your group help last month?
Last month, we were able to help 82 families. First month, really getting into it.
First month, 82 families.
Yep.
What through 3 weeks in June, where are you guys at 3 weeks into the month?
3 weeks in, we're at 130, and we're pushing to get to 150. We need to get that logo this month, and we'll get there and surpass it. So,
no doubt. I mean, this is a 5-week month, Greg. So you have actually 2 more weeks. You guys are averaging 40 plus weeks, so you're probably going to eclipse 2.
That's the goal,
which is strong. And again, this is now quote unquote your second month. So, a lot of things you're doing. Obviously, things you're seeing. I'm excited, so I'm all over the place right now, Greg. But let me just get this plane to start coasting a little bit. Talk to us a little bit about your background, where you're coming from.
Sure. So background in the automotive industry, in car sales, and then in the finance world there. Came into this thing with some pretty from afar, trying to see if it was something that could work. And then decided, you know what, we're going to go all in. And here we are. We're pushing full-fledged.
Makes sense. Now, when you say from afar, what did that look like? Like who recruited you? How did you find out about Family First Life?
So Family First Life came to me and my wife about a year ago. My wife was tired of my hours at the dealership, never home, that type of thing. Got 3 young girls and never could see them. So griping one day to my sister about my hours at the dealership. Next thing you know, my sister says, hey, I've been watching some girl on Facebook. She's been making some posts. I went to school with her, and it looks like she's making a ton of money in life insurance. You should tell Greg that's what he should do. And next thing you know, I'm like, yeah, okay, that can't be true.
It's always, yeah, whatever, man.
Yeah, come on. I'm comfortable, right? So we actually hop on a call with Mindy Tibbs. This is a year ago. And hop on a call. She runs us through everything, and I'm like, cool, sounds great. I think you should try it, babe. So the wife tries it, and the rest is history. I start watching her, start seeing her success. She didn't really fully jump in until about 8 months later. She's one of those, if you have an agency that you're like, yeah, they'll never do anything. And then next thing you know, 8 months later, a year later, here we are. So
wow.
Yeah. That's
I didn't even know. I didn't even know your wife got started before you did.
Yeah. She started working part-time and was starting to do the same amount of money that I was making at the dealership. And that definitely caught my attention. Yeah. And then I went to convention with her, just to really get some sun and get some, in Florida in February. It sounded good to me. Get away from the dealership.
Some sun, no doubt.
And went to convention, started really taking some notes and seeing what it was all about. And then from there, I was like, what am I doing? Who am I kidding myself? I need to just get into this thing. What are we doing? So that's what we did.
Got it. So really, you went to convention to get some sun, or were you peaking? Were you like, let me?
Oh, yeah. I went to every single session, didn't miss one. And then my notebook became full of notes, and next thing you know, here we are.
What point at convention did your mind start to pop? Because I know the feeling. So what point of
Yeah.
convention did you just go, holy, what am I?
I think when all the keynote speakers that they have are always amazing, but when it's the FFL guys that are there that are talking, the different agency owners that are explaining their stories and how they started and what they're doing, to me, I was like, man, these are ordinary people. Like, there's nothing really too special. It's
Mm-hmm.
nothing too complicated. It's just a normal thing. So for me, I was like, all right, I got some skills when it comes to selling. I know what that world is like. What if I apply that and translate in this here, and see what can happen.
So it made all the sense in the world. And here you are, second full month as an agency. Now your wife's selling.
Yeah, she's still doing part-time. She's helping a ton when it comes to training, so that's helpful
Okay.
because we're new in all this too. But we've got about 12 active writing agents right now, and another 15 about to be writing as well. So it's a pretty big team
Yeah.
that we're gonna have to make sure that we accommodate and don't lose anybody. So
Yeah, you'll be fine. Don't you worry. Talk to me a little bit about the explosion. You're watching it,
sure.
you're seeing it. And again, I don't, over 200 families in your second, month of agency building is pretty significant. Obviously, you're putting irons in the fire. What does it look like from your vantage point?
Yeah. So one thing that rang 100% kept hearing it at a convention was when you start, don't wait to recruit.
Mm-hmm.
So I took that and ran with it, and immediately as soon as I got home, I started telling a few of my close friends, "Hey, this is what I'm doing. I think give this some real attention, give some thought." Had some other people come out to my house, explain the business. Matt Borsch, Mike,
Mm-hmm.
Irvine, had them come over, explain the whole thing, and then from there, once a couple people started having the same belief system as me, that's where it just starts snowballing. And then one turns into two, turns into they got three or four, turns into they got a couple. And now, here we go. Not stopping.
Here we go.
Can't
Now,
can't stop it.
now the
Yeah.
thing I heard you say was I talked to some of my friends. Is that
Yeah.
correct?
Yep. Just
How
warm market.
warm market? How was that a difficult concept for you?
No, not at all. Because I'm close with all of them. So if I find something that I think is, hey, this could change, this could be life changing for you, it's going to be life changing for me. Hey, I want to make sure that you're a part of it too. It made all the sense in the world to just let them know about it and let them make that decision for themselves too.
No
At the end of
doubt.
the day, I'm not forcing anything on them. Just telling them about the opportunity.
How many of them are excited that you opened your mouth?
A lot. Yeah.
And growing.
Oh yeah.
Now,
I've
is
got
this? Go ahead.
got a couple personal friends that are growing with us and have just started within the last 2 months, and I'm excited to see what they do. So it'll be good.
Yeah, I saw one of the studs join up. We did a three-way call. I mean, at the end of the day here, Greg, do you see the makings of a warm market train? Like you hired your warm market, they're hiring their warm market, they're hiring their. Is that what's happening right now?
Yeah, absolutely. So I've got my brother, who's definitely warm market. He came on board. He's got 4 or 5 guys out in South Carolina and a team that he's building out there. I've got 3 or 4 guys here that are studs, so they want to build a team. So they understand that, and they're bringing on people. So that's where it is. I mean, you get a hold of some guys that are like-minded, and then we've got a select few that are wanting to just come in and understand the business and sell life insurance, which is good too. So that's what's unique.
Yeah, it's huge, man. This concept of warm market, what I see out there now, Greg, is people kind of selling and like kind of kicking recruiting around, right? Like it's like, maybe I'll send some messages on social media, on LinkedIn and Instagram. Maybe I won't. Maybe I'll call someone for my warm market. Maybe I won't. But the intentionality towards what you're doing, which is 82 families one month, 200 families another month, the next month, I should say, That's intentional. That is
Yeah.
absolutely having a system daily for recruiting, onboarding, and training. Would that be fair?
Yeah, that's 100% fair.
So give me what that system today looks like. I know it's morphing. I know
Sure.
it's getting stronger and deeper. What does it look like
Yeah.
today?
Yeah. So today, we've been definitely helped with, blessed with having some really good mentors. Already mentioned Matt and Mike. They've helped us. Hey, this is a couple systems that we use that have worked for us, and training tips along the way. So we've just copied and pasted it. Legit went through what they do, sat in, and then do the same thing. So what that looks like is about the opportunity that we have an interview with people and kind of tell them what it's about, find out what they are looking for, find out if it's even something that would interest them, give them some realistic expectations on the job itself. We found that that's a better way than just, hyping up the all the gold at the end of the rainbow, and we just really say, hey, this is what it is. It's going to take a lot of hard work, but you can have it if you do this. So that's what it looks like initially. Then we put them in our get them going through the coursework, couple touches throughout that with an onboarding manager that we're able to use and keep them connected that way. I'm touching them realistically. That's my role, is I'm touching them at least a couple times a week, checking in with them, making sure they have any questions, things like that. From there, they go through to, once they pass their exam, they're going through our training, which we have like a mindset call, a roadmap meeting, a couple days of role play, intense dialing. We've got a whole day based on applications and the sales process. Got it all built out for them. That way they don't just get thrown out there in the pond and wonder, what's going to happen. So they're set up for success. Then when it comes to actually ready to hit the phones, we're there with them. And it's a lot of work up front, but I think it's definitely going to pay off, because that's what it's going to take to build this thing. But we want them to succeed, and succeed quickly, because that's what it takes to keep people, is what we've seen already.
I love it, man. So intentional. How many days of training would you say that is?
That's about 4 days, 4 to 5 days of training that we put.
1 week?
We have them. What's that?
It's a rollout week?
About a rollout week. Yep.
Okay. Makes sense. And when you think about leads, what is your structure for leads when it comes to new agents?
So we're starting everybody with some second chance mortgage. That's kind of where we're rolling towards. We're having them do some practice appointments, which is helpful for them to be able to know how the process goes with some family and some friends. One, it gets them through the process. Secondly, it gets them paid a little bit too. So that's helpful. But we're having them start off with some second chance mortgage. Some guys are doing some final expense stuff, which has been helpful and a little bit easier. But that's our leads.
Okay. So you guys have a structured system. You know what's great though, and I was telling you guys this, is like, Mindy, you're not confused on how intentional she is about her dials and the way she
Sure.
handles the phones. Then you got Borsch and Erveline, who are just amazing, mentors as far as training and onboarding and systems. Then you got Joe and Gabe.
Right.
I mean, it's just
all the way through.
It's just a waterfall of support where you're not confused one step, one day at all. So your ability to get in there and build a system that matches your personality by taking bits and pieces of stuff, but 75% of it was done, right? How does that feel?
Man, that's what's so unique, and that's what's the blessing. We wouldn't be where we're at if we didn't have the people that around us. But it's just a copy and paste thing. And that's what we're showing the guys that are even coming in. Like, hey, we didn't come up with this stuff. It's proven to work. Let's just do it. And then next thing you know, hey, here we're doing it, and the proof is there. So why not just take advantage of, you don't have to recreate the wheel or reinvent anything. The systems are there, and let's just use them. So that's what we've been able to do.
Dude, I love it. This is early. Like I said, I want to get you on more trainings. I think you guys got a lot to offer. I see this thing smoking and blowing up. What are your plans from now till the end of the year as far as how many families you'll be able to finish with in December?
Man, that's our big thing. We wanna hit be at 1,000 families by the end of December. So that's what we want to do.
Let's
And
go.
we can get there, man.
I
We
know
can get
you.
there.
I
We're
know
gonna
you.
push and head down is what it's gonna take. We understand that. So that's what we're helping families, we're helping lives too. At the end of the day, yes, we want to build a big, massive agency and a team, and we want to change individual agents' lives. We want to protect a ton of families, and that's what the mission here is.
It's fantastic, dude. I'm so excited for you guys. I can't wait to kind of dig into this thing a little bit more. A lot of studs coming out of there. Imagine Financial. Greg Wolfe, appreciate you, buddy. Thank you
Thanks,
for
man.
sharing, man. God bless.